Notice of fraud issued to coroners and medical examiners. Information provided to H.E. Cardinal Mamberti and the Vatican Chancery Court in regard to our claims, March 5, 2005, January 19, 2023, in Seek. The following has been issued as a generally applicable notice of fraud and writ of assistance for Ammon Bundy, an American rancher, who is being mischaracterized and targeted as a violent anti-government extremist, based on the same kinds of false dossiers and false narratives we have covered in our discussion of the IRS Masterfiles. We are sharing this information to bring it home to everyone reading this, that these lies and the institutions and organizations responsible for them, are criminal in nature and cannot be allowed to continue these unlawful practices. We also wish to bring it home to all of you that these practices on paper too often result in actual injury and loss of life under color of law. April 19, 2023 marked the 30-year anniversary of the murder of 82 members of the Branch Davidian community in Waco, Texas. Nobody has ever been prosecuted for this crime and no evidence of crime on the part of the Branch Davidians was ever found on their compound. This demonstrates the profound evil of allowing these corporations to make up stories about people, and then exercise powers never granted to them. Another innocent and peaceable American rancher, Lavoy Finicum, was gunned down in the presence of his family 7 years ago. Everyone who knew him regarded him highly for his kindness, decorum under stress, and knowledge of the law. He, too, was mischaracterized and misrepresented as a violent anti-government extremist by the liars engaged in their illegal occupation of our country and their equally illegal permanent state of emergency, which they think justifies their war for profit activity on our shores. We have good reason not to trust or respect these purported government agencies and officials, who are here both illegally and unlawfully on our shores, pretending to be acting with legitimate authority provided by our national government. This is not the case. They are grossly overstepping any authority ever granted to the foreign federal municipal subcontractors, including our own American Federal Republic. Bear witness and take notice. It has come to our attention that in the 1860s, by act of the U.S. Territorial Congress, the word person became a legal term of art, and for the government purposes of the municipal corporations, no longer meant a living man or woman. Instead, to quote a typical admission from the state of Colorado Regulatory Code, person means any individual, corporation, government or governmental subdivision or agency, business trust, estate, trust, limited liability company, partnership, association, or other legal entity. C. R. S. 4 February 401, 2017. The word individual in this context means individual franchise corporation. These entities are all operating in international or global jurisdictions of the law and have no affiliation with the living people they are named after. These corporations described as persons are all operated by foreign interests and the Americans they are named after have no control over them and receive no credible benefit or service from them. These foreign persons die by bankruptcy, not by any physical cause of death, because they are not alive to begin with, have no pulse, and have no distinct DNA or any other attribute of living things. Nonetheless, these dead things have been operated to the detriment of living people, and have been used to promote crimes of impersonation and identity theft as part of an organized unlawful conversion scheme. It is the responsibility of your office to confirm the status, alive or dead, of everyone within the area served by your office. We are seeking a bulk correction order to investigate and invalidate registrations related to these foreign corporation franchises and the practice of misrepresenting these corporations as living Americans. We are also seeking specific affirmation that the American lawful person named Ammon Bundy is alive and well and unaffiliated with any bankrupt British territorial person using the same name, and also unaffiliated with any municipal person using the same or similar name. Please issue a death certificate for Ammon Bundy, a bankrupt municipal corporation, and a certificate of life for Ammon Bundy, an American rancher. These same services and precautions may be needed for every living American as a result of widespread criminal fraud and personage schemes being practiced against Americans by foreign business interests. If you have any questions, please contact Anna Maria Riesinger, Fiduciary, the United States of America, in care of Box 520994, Big Lake, Alaska 99652. We are including a link to Ammon Bundy's plea for help. He knows he is being set up as the next Lavoy Finicum by the same FBI, Inc. agency personnel who have taken part in all these savage and unprovoked attacks on American civilians. In this short video clip, https://youtube. B. G6AYVS_G Ammon Bundy is clearly tired and sad. He knows that these vicious men are targeting him in order to steal his ranch and other property that are his by right. He knows that they are getting ready to launch some kind of ugly propaganda campaign misrepresenting him as a violent anti-government extremist, when in fact, he is an American rancher owed good faith service from these goons, protecting his family and his private property from illegal confiscation. Ammon Bundy is worn down, tired, sick of the constant harassment and false claims aimed at him by people that are being paid out of his pocket, so tired that he offers to just give up and give them what they want. We wish for Ammon Bundy's identity as an unaffiliated, non-citizen, non-combatant to be honored by all federal employees from the top 5-star general to the lowest grunt in the federal civil service. We wish for these out-of-control agencies to be dissolved as if they never were. There is no authority for them under any federal constitution, and the majority of the services they provide are as subcontractors of our municipal corporation subcontractors, that is, they don't serve us and the expense for their upkeep needs to be returned to us all the way back to 1878 when this abuse of our public interest began. We wish for all the members of the DoD, IRS, BATF, FBI, DOJ, and similar agencies to be sent home and stood down. There is no legal or lawful reason for their behavior attacking peaceable Americans. We've already seen that the self-interested mercenary conflict that these federal subcontractors have engendered on our shores is unlawful and illegal under international law. We do not need to observe anything more. As the actual employers and as the peaceable civilian government of this country, we are bringing well-supported demand against the other principles to cease and desist and stand down. These municipal corporations and their subcontractors are all acting as criminal mercenaries intent on stealing property that does not belong to them. They are harassing and threatening their civilian employers. They need to be arrested and punished, not chronically misdirected and egged on by parent corporations that are also trying to dodge their accountability. We wish for prompt action to first correct and then unwind this entire mess, and we wish for all federal employees reading this to protect both Ammon Bundy and his private property assets as required by Article 4 of all 3 federal constitutions. Issued by Anna Maria Riesinger, Fiduciary. The United States of America in care of Box 520994 Big Lake, Alaska 99652. April 22, 2023.